I guarantee he will win.
Andrew.
Okay.
What if I ignore you?
You could do that because you are Warwick.
And,
Oh, you don't have. Oh, you do have lethal
Guys,
tempo
I have a
though.
question. Actually, never mind.
Just ask the question.
No.
Okay.
No.
Alright.
You have last stand, don't you?
what do you mean?
That's the only reason why you're actively ignoring me.
No, it's just because I heal like a lot. Oh, I'm not healing a lot anymore. I'd appreciate if you didn't.
Anti-heal goes crazy, man.
Oh, I messed up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't ask the question. Not half of you are in the.
No, I messed up.
What?
I haven't played Warwick enough. God, I could have killed him there.
Are
Okay.
we missing Andrew?
better.
Yeah, we're just missing
I won the
Mr.
one.
Elias Rouger.
You know, that was a lot closer than I was expecting, to be honest.
I messed it up so bad.
Don't worry, I also had last stand.
What is Last Stand?
It's like the
More
rune in
damage, full
the.
health.
Oh.
Or did you like just do the recommended rune page? I
How's
think
it
that's still in
recommended?
the.
It probably has
I
it
think
in there.
It's probably already still in there.
Hello there.
Oh my
Aw.
god, he destroyed your health bar for funsies.
Oh, I'm getting low. Yoink. Stop that.
Oh.
Stop that.
What
Fellas.
what was that?
Fellas. Fellas. Okay, if I actually landed that, you would have died, so it didn't matter. Still died anyway. It's fine.
Where's
It's
this
fine.
man? He's missing.
This
There's
guy's a troll.
Waldo.
Places,
I
everyone.
need that.
Place? Wait, what
Well,
did
it
you
seems
say
like
again?
Elias is
Everyone's
staying dead. Unfortunate.
unfortunate.
Yeah, we're just gonna like decide as a group. Maybe the guy that pushed like half of our not half, but like
Guy who like
2/5 of our team and is not a team player. Maybe we shouldn't revive him.
No, what do you mean?
Hello.
That guy's extraordinarily based.
I mean, he helped you guys a lot, though, to be fair.
This is very
Okay.
cringe.
Both doubles in
Okay.
Also,
the,
Do that.
just saying,
garrisons.
reviving the devils paid off because I carried that fight.
I did
That's
stuff
true.
too.
No,
And we
everyone,
died.
all the Wings of Liberties
Everyone
were
did their
consistently
part.
doing everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Oh, I missed the CS.
Hey, why is your health bar full? Well, I'm allowed to do that.
Because I'm a Phelios.
Oh, okay. That's
Well,
a big
technically-
wave.
Don't actually have any healing. It's just my runes.
Hmm.
I have fleet work.
Tower dive. That did not work. Oh, you really
One more
gonna tower.
minute.
Cringe.
Where's this guy?
Cringe. Imagine reading people. Someone under tower. I can't believe you do this.
Man, I did a smart thing. That's crazy.
I can't believe you use brain cells.
I can't believe I used my brain.
Not
That's
in my,
crazy.
not in my.
Not in my League of Legends game. Oh shit, I'm fucked. Actually, since we're playing this to like end the base, I think we'd be fine with me dying since I need my items.
Right, y'all
And I'd
probably
have a
should
good
get off
gun
now.
combo.
We're starting in like 30 seconds without Mr. Elias Rouger. Because Kel has stuff to do.
Okay. I'm totally off right now. You gotta believe me.
I mean, I don't have. It depends how long. It's gonna take. If it's gonna take like 3 hours.
No, it's
then-
not. It's not gonna take 3 hours. it's not. It's not a full D&D session.
You really ulted me?
Nah,
What the hell,
yeah,
man?
I'm not in a rush, by the way.
All right. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Let's spam ping him. Let's spam ping him.
crazy.
No!
Oh my god, didn't he do that to other people?
Huh?
Didn't he do that to other people when they're late?
Yeah, this is what
Spam
we always
ping?
do. Yeah, whenever Anderson's late, we just spam like a mountain of things. Oh, he's responding.
Oh,
Yeah, we have summoned him. Play
We've
D&D in the
summoned him.
shower.
is he actually in the shower right now?
Brother.
Bruh.
Since you're all here.
Where you at?
It's fine. If he wants 5 minutes, we can give him 5 more minutes.
No,
Why
we
we
kill
just
Elias
intro?
right
I mean,
Just
now.
no,
intro for
Elias
5
is
minutes.
dead, so it's okay, right? Yeah, let's just start. Okay, please get off the games.
Okay.
Who
Alright.
cares? It's just
You
a
got games
wrap-up
on your
epilogue.
phone. Sorry.
You got games
No,
on your
Not the
phone.
game.
Plot twist.
Guys,
This is
seriously.
actually a fake screen. I'm already disconnected.
I mean,
Plot
there's a
twist is
person
actually
still very much screaming.
plot twist is actually a fake screen.
Plot
Yeah,
twist. I
she
want to get
actually
this tower
yeah.
first.
You
We're
watched
actually
an
doing-
AI
Doing-
generated stream.
Right.
No, seriously, get up.
Yeah, they
We done.
What's with the stream still?
were streaming.
Oh, okay, we go.
Or she's streaming too. It's kind of hypocritical. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, shoot, you're right. Okay.
That's crazy, Sugar. You should have considered that.
Yeah, I should have.
Like he has like 5 viewers right now. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
I think.
6.
I think.
Okay, so we're gonna finish up the Black Curtain today. Well, we technically finished it, but we're gonna really officially wrap things up and cover all loose ends. Maybe make a few more. But last session, the 6 of you. Oh, there he is. Yeah. So the last session, the 6 of you went into the Void of Morteus and towards the garrison of Lilitak for one final battle
You.
against Junhua the Hurt, a guy who, very interestingly, seems like a character from another realm. And though it was a tough fight, and 2 of your members fell, eventually you were victorious. All of you returning, some out of the astral plane, to check the damages and flee out of the garrison after taking a look at Junhua's body, a seemingly normal-looking man in a very strange place, and now have gathered in Mount Spezia, and after making some final last messages to the woman who at this point is restoring the more of the crystals, so there will be 4 out of 6 restored by within a day's time. You all begin to leave, and at this point, are all just in the midst of the Shadowfell, with 2 dead people amongst you all.
I thought we were wind blocking.
To where?
We already wait.
No, we windwalked to the tower.
Yeah, and then you guys were about to exit the tower, so you guys are kind of like...
So we're taking our long rest in the tower.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, long rest in the tower. Yeah, so all
Okay,
you
that's
guys
a
already
long
got the benefits of the long rest and stuff.
Mm.
Wahoo.
Well, my
Alright. Go ahead.
well, my darlings, what should we do with these 2 dead bodies we have here of your comrades?
Well, let me get a water.
Wait, my hit point maximum goes away, right?
Yeah, everything about you is restored.
Okay.
Why the silence, everyone? What's going on?
I'm fine. my
I'm
water.
dead.
I'm
I
dead.
feel good. Give me a sec.
I'm waiting for my question to be answered.
Wait, I want to roll. Let me make a
how much
charisma
Oh
check.
yeah,
you got
roll the
today?
riz. Mhm.
Yeah, that's what
Charisma.
exactly you thought. I did charisma yesterday. I just was out of it.
Oh man.
It's crazy. Well, cat got your tongue.
I'll just spin her. Wait, actually, do I even hear him? That's my excuse. I didn't hear you.
The
While
room
getting
is
my
not-
water, I didn't hear you.
Okay. So at this point, you realize what's going on, and you get closer.
All right. Oh, we were just gonna see if JVO wanted to come back. So I was gonna deal with that in a moment, and then also try to bring Elias back, most likely, unless you guys don't feel like that. Of course, it's up to you.
No, no. I
Concern.
believe we should bring Ilias back. After all, he has assisted us greatly.
Concern. Remember, Elias is cursed. He will die very, very, very soon.
That's not a problem. I'm sure he'll find a way to work it out. He's good at that stuff, probably.
Mm.
But would you rather not? Would you rather just leave him dead and not worry about it? I mean, I don't really care either way. Because I'll just go ahead and, yeah, just for this one little last time, I guess I'll just make some diamonds for revivifies, or not revivifies, you know what I mean, raised deads.
Alright.
And then I'll try to, actually, who are we gonna raise dead first?
You wanted to raise dead Javier
Javier,
first,
probably.
but I think it would probably be better to have Elias first because Javier doesn't seem like he seems to have like very
Also
strong
to
opinions.
try.
So like having more people to convince him might help.
Wait, would Midas know if the curse is still happening on Elias's body while he's dead? Like, is he still being time ravaged?
I would say it's like impossible to tell because his body ages very, very slowly, right? So, but he,
Really,
right,
his
right
aging
now,
super fast.
right now he looks okay. But like, since you actually are long resting, you would probably make this would be like an investigation check.
Oh my.
Okay,
An excellent investigation
over the
skills.
course of the 8 hours, it looks like he has aged about 2 years.
Jeez.
So the curse is still occurring. Even in death, his body ages.
Well, nobody here has the ability to cure that. And besides, most resurrections don't work on people who died of old age, so does it really matter? If his body gets old enough, we won't be able to revive him anyway.
Well, fortunately, we know that he hasn't died from old age, and 2 years isn't enough time to kill someone through old age with
Well,
his
exactly. So I'm saying we just bring him back. Just worry about the curse. It doesn't. It's just there. It'll be fine. And besides, it gives him.
Very
Gives us more
well,
time.
if it is your desire.
I'm kind of indifferent. But all right, I'll give it. I'll give it a shot. Does anyone have anything they want to say while I prepare this? Yeah. I'll just begin
not
casting Raise
particular.
Dead, and I'm gonna say, all right. While I do this, you guys just figure out things you want to say to him if you care. Yeah, and I'll just cast Raise Dead, and you guys have fun thinking of what you want to say for an hour.
Alright, and who is this?
Elias.
Okay. Alright, so you begin setting up the ritual for the raised dead like previously. And the circle around begins glowing. Elias's body just currently in the center. His body very fresh compared to the rest of you all, who are infected with various amounts of Venumbra. He looks pretty pristine though, just very. It just looks like he just fell asleep and he's just laying there. And his body begins raising up, signaling the start of any contributions anyone would like to make.
Well, Elias, I guess all of us die at one point, but I believe that you wouldn't want to go out this way as, you have your own terms, and apparently you didn't care enough to admit that you were going to die. So your chances here, come back to us, where you can come back and relive your duties outside of the Shadowfell, or stay in the Shadowfell permanently with your dead body.
You can make a persuasion or intimidation check.
Intimidating the corpse to come back.
All right.
Well,
All right, Elias.
how
So-
funny this has turned out. You thought you were so powerful, pushing us two devils into barriers, but now look at you. Pathetic. Can I roll something?
Okay.
You're gonna piss him off so
yeah,
badly that he
make
comes back.
Make an
Intimidation.
intimidation check. I don't know, Elias, would you take that lightly, or would you be angry at that? Or indifferent?
I would not take it lightly just so I can talk back at him.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
At advantage.
Something.
So funny.
Okay.
Okay, Yui. Kinda sus, bro.
Is this an attack? It's not an attack. What the fuck? What is this?
Okay, anyways, anyone else?
That is indeed something, bro.
How did you do a something ability check?
Wait, so like, I have a question. I have a little question.
Yes.
Would it be possible to use firebolt to ignite something, or like if I had something that can set something on fire?
If it's flammable, yes.
And if that's the okay, so can I do that?
For like what do you light up?
Like, can I light up some like of the paper, some like scrap paper I have on me?
Okay, so you just procure paper out of a pocket once more, and you light it on fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'll light on. No, I want to wait. Okay, but like I want to at one point light on fire and use pyrotechnics on it.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Whoa.
And the plan is here, like the moment Elias comes back from the dead, if he does, I want to light on fire, use pyrotechnics on it, and set off fireworks in front of his face to scare the shit out of him.
Ah, okay. All right. Anyone else?
Or at least, I know I don't mean very much to you, but just you gotta have stuff you still want to do, right? So I feel like you still have a bit more you're obligated to finish. So just come on back and see if you can get that done. And yeah, that's all. I don't have much I want to say to him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pull. That's all I'm gonna pull out of my ass.
Make a
Midas has no words.
Make a persuasion check. No, it's fine.
Oh god, I rolled so poorly.
What the heck?
I rolled a 6.
Bruh.
You roll higher. You roll higher than a
Rizzler.
5.
Yeah.
You rolled higher than a 5.
Okay.
Javier will now say his piece.
Javier's dead.
Yeah.
Javier's not even
Didn't
alive.
say
There's
anything.
nothing. Yeah. Okay.
He
You're
said
talking
his
to him
piece.
from the afterlife. You're talking to him from the other side.
That's okay because all of you guys succeeded, so 7 is a success.
Yay.
And as you finish the ritual, Nazran, you see as Elias, laying on the ground, opens his eyes, and instantly, Elias, you see there's a bunch of fireworks in front of you.
JK, I teleport immediately.
What if I said you're not in darkness?
Yeah, your fireworks this week.
That's true. This room is
Is it
really
at
bright.
Dude, that's so smart.
Then I won't react at all.
Okay. That is
Bruh.
so Elias.
Oh, Elias,
How
you're back. I wanted to
unfortunate.
see
I
you.
thought you'd be at least frightened or some sort. I wanted some little payback.
That payback was ill-conceived.
Well, I didn't harm you in any way. Just wanted to surprise you a little bit.
Again, it was ill-conceived.
Understood then, darling.
Don't call me darling.
Alright, what you say, dear?
I'll kill you.
Well, now that we have Elias back, let's see if Javier wants to come back from the dead, or would he keep to his own morals for himself?
Well, I don't think he'll want to come back very much. And I mean, it's worth a try. But
Also,
I really doubt-
a
I really
warning.
doubt he will.
Alice, your curse is still occurring.
Well,
Two,
your curse
work
is
that
still
out.
occurring times 5.
Jesus Christ.
Your ability to
Bro,
count
Alice
is
is so
once
funny.
again hindered.
Well, fortunately, none of the curses on Raitus are gonna kill them. So, I mean, it's just kind of hinder.
You can't see past 30 feet.
Well, that's not going to kill me, now is it?
Well, it
You're
could.
going to die in a month.
I step past
Oh,
30
you-
feet and throw a rock at him.
Midas intercepts the rock.
That's not plausible.
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Well, dying from old age, I heard, is a painful way to go for a humanoid. Might as well
we're all
see
gonna
how it
split off
goes.
in our own ways, so it doesn't really matter what happens now.
I guess bringing him back from the peace of death
I mean, it's up to
is
him.
better.
It's his choice. He can choose. I don't think I want to come back, but I'll give him the choice. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll start once again casting Raise Dead, and if anyone has anything they want to say, do it.
But first, as you begin casting Raise Dead for Javier over here, just a similar process as with Elias, his body in the center. Javier, you can unmute yourself, dude. Javier,
No.
you find yourself in the midst of space. It's an empty space, but it's not like the astral plane or anything, which you probably have been to several times in your various days of travel with Midas and Nazaran. It's a very gray, dim, dull space. There's just nothingness. Monotone all around you, and you're just floating around. You're not sure how long you've been here. Not sure where you are either. Yet, a light begins appearing from one end of this grayness. And you are approached by a familiar whisper. Javier. You see from the light, a mask appears. Kind of like a long, like a plague doctor mask almost, but it's a lot more decorated near the edges. You see just trails of just strings of light trailing behind this mask that is just omnipresent, like thousands of times larger than you, appearing out of just the grayness. Thousands of strings just kind of pulled back like hair, but there's no hair to be seen. All of a sudden you feel like there's a large embrace around you as you realize you're in some form of communication right now with Mortera. You look around, you see your body. You are in a form, though it's wispy, and you're gray in color as well. You get the feeling that you are in your transition to the afterlife.
Are we allowed to talk, or are we waiting for Javier to respond?
This is Javier. This is Javier.
Javier will kneel and bow because he has a very certain feeling that this person, this existence, is beyond him.
Okay. As you begin to kneel, I want you to make an acrobatics check.
I just trip over and fall like a fucking idiot.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, being in space where there is no gravity or anything, as you just begin to lean forward, you find yourself beginning to infinitely spin in circles, but you hold yourself still and you properly maintain a kneeling position. Javier, brave one, it seems you've met an end.
Are the planes safe?
Did you say, are the planes safe?
Yes. Like the planes of existence.
The planes are for sure safer than before you pursued this mission. You have helped greatly, brave one. And I thank you.
Are my two companions alive?
Your companions are safe. And they are concerned about you. But they know you as well. in a moment you will hear their voices. And you, being someone who knows how I feel about these things, I trust you with your judgment.
May I make a request, Great Latera?
Of course.
Can you bring Skippy back and make sure they and bring them to my companions? My Pegasus, my loyal steed.
Make a persuasion check.
Treat my life for Skippy.
Come on, Skippy, come on.
I completely forgot about Skippy, to be honest.
Yeah, let's go. Skippy, pull
I
through.
can do that for you. But before I offer the final request, here are what your friends have to say. At this point, back to Maltspezia, the rest of you gathering around the ritual circle. Who would like
Oh,
to make
hello
a
there.
contribution?
Wait, what were you gonna say?
Does anyone want to make a contribution for Javier?
No.
Avia, you might be a senile old man, but at least you fought valiantly to the end, unlike some of these cowards over here. You deserve another chance.
And Javier, while you are amidst this grayish space around you, you see off to the right, just a mote of light begins appearing. A mote of red light, and just a vague outline, a spectral outline of Jalokian's face, though it seems a bit more warped around, but you get the feeling that it's Jalokian. You begin to hear voice coming from that direction. You don't need to make a check. Because
Gamer?
because Javier, at the end of this, you're going to be making the decision yourself. So,
Can I also make a contribution? Or
I want to give Midas and Nosron a chance if they want to, since they are. But then for this, I'll allow all of you to. So, if Midas, you're still thinking, then go ahead, Doctor.
are you still thinking?
Midas has something they want to say.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Javier, I understand what you think about death and undeath. However, if it is your desire, there is still much you can do. And here, in the real world, or the living world, and Nasron and I, after everything, we'll miss you. But we understand that this is perhaps what you believe to be the end of your journey. And regardless of your choice, understand that we will forever hold you in our hearts.
Javier, similarly to your left, you begin seeing stars gather around out of the darkness, and you hear Midas reach out to you as well. Next.
Okay, wait. So like,
Oh, I don't know where we're doing this, but yeah, go ahead.
why, hello there, dear. This is quite awkward, as I know you certainly don't. Well, you certainly have some strong opinions about this, but I will say you do remind me of the children and the adults I've once cared for when I was still a fairy. How about this, dear? Death is truly scary. I know that you have your own beliefs. I sometimes wonder if they are your own. I sometimes feel as if they are your own gods, or it's something that you force yourself to believe in. However, as you can see, you've died valiantly, you have died with purpose, and I'm certain all your friends will live in peace, and you'll be side with Skippy once more. However, you have given this opportunity to come back with us, and you can commit more valiant adventures, and maybe perhaps further keep the plane safe. I'm sure your god would surely appreciate that. When someone goes to the underworld or dies, many things are unpredictable. As you've seen, when we were trying to come to the Shadowfell, you saw those ferrymen rowing those souls somewhere. I can only hear screams, and sometimes I'm concerned. Many stories and rumors when I was still considered human have circulated into fairy tales that made children scared and would force them to go to sleep and try attempt to make them not as, rebellious. However, I'm sure as you are an adult, you know the risk of everything going around here. So, what's now? If you'd like to come back, I'm sure we'd all welcome you with open arms.
And similarly, Xavier, you hear Doctor's voice peek out of the darkness as well. At this point, the three faces that have spoken so far are now circling around in the area around Mortera's figure.
Yeah, I'll just no, I guess I'll speak. Alright. Hi Javia. What Maya says right. We definitely will miss you. If you decide to stay over there. Of course we'll respect your choice and all, but it would really mean a lot to us if you came back. It'd be nice if we could just go back to how things were for a while. A while at least. Go back to our little keep. You could tend to your flowers. We could I don't know. Just kinda like the old days, right? And yeah. You could see all the wonderful things that have changed here. And just well, Javier, we miss you and I'm sure you've already made up your mind, so alrighty.
Okay. The four of you back up and just wait for the ritual to finish and see its result. And Javier, now with the four voices circling Mortera, she asks you one last time. Well, it seems you have made quite an impact on those around you, your friends and the world. I give you three choices. I have been observing you for quite some time, enough to think of some things you may want. The first choice is, and if you wish, I can allow this spell to go through, and you can return to your friends right now. For one final chance. Secondly, you, a hero amongst many other things, have been declared and discussed amongst the council. We have decided you are by far an exemplary warrior and deserving to be destined into Elysium as your afterlife plane. It is a plane of rare passage. Only those who have truly done great deeds will be able to go there. And I am sure, biding your time in Elysium, you will be able to do many things you wish as well. It is a plane of freedom and reward. But finally, I do offer you to have Nidheim as your destination plane of your afterlife. Though as you know, it's bland, cold, empty, like the last few days you have spent it. Yet, that is where your daughter resides. And well, she's been looking forward to see you again. So those are your three options. At this point, the face begins to draw backwards, still staying there, but now in a more translucent form, a little farther away. And you feel the presence around you start to loosen up a little. As you then see around you in three different directions, a glowing trail of light, just like a string of light, connecting from you begins extending outwards in three completely different directions. You see one of the gate is a grayish door, no design. It's a portal. Looks almost like the grayness around you. You see another path where the four faces that have been circling are now circling around. And you see another door, just a bright light, and looking at it just makes you feel welcome and happy and accomplished.
Question: do I still have a lot of my things on me in my spectre form?
What
Like-
kind of things?
Am I the same as I like when I died, or am I just in like bare clothes right now?
You are actually you're just in your pure form.
I see. But I can't send a note.
Would you like to do that then? You could ask.
May I have may I have a pen and pencil? Wait, no, and a paper, please, for parchment.
What would you like to write?
Thank you for completing what I couldn't do. And then Xavier will walk to the plain, bland, gray door and say, I have many stories to tell to someone. And he will walk through that door.
You walk through the door and just briefly you feel like Mortera behind you is just smiling. An appreciative smile. Appreciative smile as the face disappears and it goes black around you. To the rest of you around the ritual circle, the spell at this point is finished, and it's starting to be a lot more. There's a lot more tension building up as a few seconds have passed, and there doesn't seem to be a response from Javier. Though Midas and Nosbron, you can't help but feel there's just a smile on Javier's face, just laying there, which was not previously there. And then you just kind of blink your eyes to see if what you're seeing is like a hallucination, and you blink your eyes and it's just back to normal. But you swear for a moment you saw a smile. But at that point in time, his body falls to the ground, and you see him with his bag on him. The bag just kind of topples over, and just a small scroll just falls out. A scroll you've never seen before.
Alrighty. I'll just read it, I guess.
You pull the scroll and you look. In Javier's handwriting, you just see a small note. Thank you for doing what I couldn't do.
Yeah, I'm gonna look over at Maedus. I guess we know his choice then.
He has
Did I do I also read it? Like, do I see the message when they read it?
If they let you.
I
What?
wouldn't show it off to you.
Yeah,
No.
but like,
Okay, but
I
yeah,
assume,
you see them reading the note. Yeah.
do I see the note?
Do you want to try to just peek at it?
You can see the note, but I don't think you can read it because it's not facing towards you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what side I'm on.
Okay. Well, yeah. You begin walking over. If they allow you to get close, then yeah, you could read the note.
Nah,
Mm.
that sounds like a lot of work. I thought I was on the same
My,
side, so it didn't take much work.
judging by your reaction, I'm assuming he made his choice then, yes?
He has. It is his decision and his way of life. At the end of the day, here, we can only respect it.
Well, on the brighter side, I have heard of many fairy tales that honor heroes who have died valiantly to be honored in a type of sort of council approved by all gods. Though I
Aw.
can't prove of it.
I'll just. That's fine.
If you can imagine it, perhaps he might have became one of these heroes honored, and you could probably draw some portraits and spread it around his goodwill and words.
Well, it's possible. Javier definitely seems like quite the hero. Although, that doesn't quite seem like it fits him. But, I suppose that this was his choice, so whatever was over there has to be better than here. So I guess we'll just be happy for him. Yeah. Although either way, we should probably take his body back with us and give him a proper burial.
But how?
Oh, you're right.
You notice at this point that what was previously a dark ring, it seems, just a very light coloration around where his hip is, it doesn't seem to be there anymore.
No. But wait. Let's try to stuff him in the bag of holding.
Yes. You put him in the bag of holding for the first time in a while.
Well, it seems like when a body truly becomes unrevivable, when death truly settles in, the curse disappears.
My, well, that's quite a thing to recognize. I wish I could give you a parting gift, but as you can see, I'm quite stuck here and I can't reach my home.
Do you, through your patron, have access to someone who can break the curse on you and Jalokian?
Well, most likely. But it might take a matter of time before we can get that message through.
Then I take it so that you two have it covered.
Perhaps. Say, how long do you plan on staying here in the Shadowfell anyway?
Oh, probably not very long. Once we're wrapped up here, we're probably gonna leave. Try to get back to our home. Unless you want us to stick around, but...
No. I was just wondering how many days were left we have with each other. It feels like we truly become a party member. Members? Fuck, I fucked it up. Hold up.
Midas
damn
gives Nothron a side eye.
yeah. That side eye is shared.
Bombastic side eye. What? Did you not enjoy our company?
You don't see anything. Midas doesn't have pupils.
Okay.
wait.
I just found the best bullshit face Bard has. Well, actually, he didn't hate you. We were like, anyway. What? No, of course we enjoyed your company. Although, to be honest, sometimes Lokian was a little bit, much at times, and it's fine. You know, everyone has stuff like that, right? And, yeah. You came through when it really mattered, right?
That is true. And lastly, you, Elias, do you have a way to deal with your curse?
I'm working on it.
Is this working something that needs our continued assistance?
God, I hope not.
Oh my god.
Very well. It seems like we are all on the same page.
Well, do you have anything else to do here, Miatis? Or is this where we say our goodbyes?
Hmm. Before we forget, do we have the Shard of the Sky with us? This is Sharon.
You're in this room, so yes, the woman has it on her. But
Okay.
then, yeah, she'll. Actually, the short rest is done. No, the long rest is done, so she would have been able to empty it into the canister at this point. So, yeah, it is as fresh as good as new.
No, we never figured
Okay.
out why John Hua the Hurt was just sucking things into a sword when he uses a magical wand.
For funsies.
Yeah, for funsies, dude.
He was inting all of humanity because his sword was throwing.
His
Yeah.
jungle didn't. His jungle entered his lane 2 times, and he just had to run it down the entire world.
Average League of Legends play.
True.
When the support takes 1 cannon minion,
Forget cannon, caster.
Okay, guys.
Should we grab that then? Or do we not care too much? Because I don't
No.
use swords. You don't use swords.
We are taking it. That is what this has all been for. This is what Javier was looking for.
why, you could bury it with Javier.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yes. This is the fitting conclusion.
So,
Well, my. I take out a piece of paper and start writing a little farewell notes. Like, some touching memories to look back on. And after I finish writing it, I pass it to the person's closest to me, who is either Sharon or, was it Derek?
What?
I'm so bad with names, holy shit.
Nasvaron.
Nasvaron,
The
yeah.
other one.
I pass it to one or the other, depending who's closer.
You pass what?
A little note of farewells.
I guess mine just grabs it.
Thank you.
A very unique handwriting I have.
Yeah, Devil's a kind of epic handwriting.
No, because I'm a doctor, so it's pretty
I
shitty.
see. But okay,
It's completely illegible.
Yeah, okay.
Oh god.
It's illegible, but just looking at it, it feels very professional.
I trust this says something nice.
It looks like Common Sans. Sans.
Oh,
No. Not doctor's handwriting.
Well,
Make it look like bad script, except it was bolded.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk.
Fucking reading, guy.
I'm gonna walk over to the woman. We never did get her name, did we? We probably did. Whatever.
Her name is Corsula.
Thank you, Andrew.
Is it?
Oh.
I don't believe we ever got her name.
The woman is just listening.
I'm gonna walk over.
I forgot to introduce myself earlier. I was thinking if I wanted a new name. Now that I'm starting to get a little more comfortable with my new form. It seems I feel more comfortable in the light. With I don't know, it just feels a little different. It's not bad. But my
Wonderful.
name used to be Histamia.
Mm-hmm.
I did like the name, so I might stick with it.
All right. Well, if you have if you change your mind, just let us know. But for now, I'll just go with that. So, yeah, we were wondering if we could get. I'm gonna point towards the Shard of the Sky. Get to that, and just. Well, sorry. Just keep it with us for a little bit, because Javia here. That was that's the whole reason we were on. We encountered everyone here. That was the whole purpose. And, yeah, I'm sure we could find some sort of use for it.
Make a persuasion check.
Unless, yeah. Ugh, I rolled poorly again.
It's okay, you give a plus 50, doesn't even matter. He just goes, well, I trust you all, and it seems like I will find a way to inform the people of Erebus about what has happened. Maybe lie to them. So here you go. You've earned it. And she gives you the shard of the sky.
Thank you. I'll gingerly take it and probably affix it to whatever stuff I have on me. I'm not gonna stuff it in the bag of holding. Yeah. Is Barasakura here? So.
Barasaraka has left, right? Since last session.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna offer him a ride, but all right. So, do you need anything before we leave, or is this?
No, I think
Can you manage?
I can manage. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. I wish you the best. Yeah. Walk off. All right. So, I think.
May the stars ever be at your side. And Midas leaves a Nosferon, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So, I think that's all.
Okay, so at this point, Nazran and Midas, the two of you are just going to find your way back to the material plane.
No, get in the bag.
Oh my god. Get in the bag now!
Alright. So, goodbye, Dr. Jalokian. It was wonderful meeting both of you.
Farewell, my dear. If we meet
you,
again, I will surely treat you with open arms.
No, he's just currently stuffing Nosferon in a bag.
Oh, okay. Looks like that you got to go. Alright, and Elias, I don't know, not gonna say it's a pleasure meeting you, but, well, you were quite helpful, so, bye-bye.
Jalokian doesn't say anything. He just gives a slight grin.
And then off into the bag I go, I
Okay.
guess.
And once the two of you are in the bag...
No, we're not both in the bag.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay, so you have the bag, and you're now going to...
Oh, we're
I'm gonna go to
obviously
the ash.
taking, yeah, obviously.
I have both bags.
Both bags, yeah, because, Jake.
You can't place a bag in a bag.
That would, oh boy. Well, that's one way to get the astral
Yeah,
plane.
but you have a better way.
We have a better way.
Yeah, so you're going to
And
use
then
the
before Midas leaves, Midas like to say to Elias, we hope when you die of old age, you join the voices. And he gives the most unsettling grin possible. And
I hope I never meet
the
you
astral
again.
voice. Astral plane. Hey, they didn't hear your response. They're pooped.
Alright. So the two of you bamf into the astral plane, just amongst the many stars around you, the bluish, purplish coloration of the void in the area, just floating in space. Now that
Take
you're here...
Nosferon out of the bag.
Okay.
Back home, I guess.
Yes. Though I do know that after all this, perhaps you consider the keep and the material plane to be more like a home. But just know that wherever you go, I will follow.
Thank you, Miatis. Yeah. Let's see. Well, I was hoping that we could return and bury Javia, but, we can figure out what to do after that, alright?
Yes, we have time.
Okay. So I'll get back to you guys about where to go from there. But let's see what Jalokian, Elias, and Doctor are doing now. There's the three of you left in this room.
Why? Just the two of us devils against, one individual. Let's just say we let bygones be bygones and be on our way, yes?
Let's not talk to him.
Well, we're certainly in the same room. Say... Oh, yes. Let me write a note so I remember what to say next. I write a note explaining pinpoints of details what happened, and another note explaining that we need help to get out of the Shadowfell because both of us has been cursed, and to experiment with either summoning us again via Lady Mamon's commands, or we will travel as closest we can to the Shadowfells. Hopefully we can, and then see if someone can come inside and cure us of the curse.
Can I do divine intervention on? Can I call my goddess
Okay, yeah. So
on getting out and going back to said workplace.
Okay, so all of you roll a d100.
All of us?
All of you, yeah. Well, Doctor's sending 2 notes, so Doctor, you could send 2d1, make 2d100s, but just everyone make a d100.
Unfortunate.
Oh man, I thought we were finally going to get a divine intervention go through.
Yeah, that's sort
It
of.
would have been such nice. Yeah, I feel like Andrew's gonna try that every day, right?
Yeah. So we'll get, because after this,
Until it works, and he's like, "Hey, can you
Yeah.
cure my illness? Thank you."
Wait, he's gonna die before that.
Of importance.
Okay, so
looks like I'm dead.
okay, so Doctor and
I don't want to say
Doctor and Jalokian, successfully
said.
you're able to send these 2 notes in to a different plane of existence, and you will be awaiting a response. Hopefully, usually a response comes within a day or so time through this kind of message, because Lady Maman is quite busy.
Well, how about we talk to some of these people while we wait?
Oh yes, we could repair some of the damages and perhaps might potentially get some contracts fulfilled, yes?
Yeah, yes, sounds like a plan.
Alright then, let's get to it. What's the closest village, remember?
You have a lot of days at this point, so of course, and since you are all pretty fast and the void is lessened, it is much easier to travel around the Shadowfell. So, yeah, do 2 and 1 of you part ways?
I part ways.
I don't see a
part
reason
ways.
to stick together with.
I kind of don't want to stay with
while
the
they're
Eldritch
talking
Blast.
about what to do,
Yeah,
I
Elias
just
is
picture Elias is like, "Bye," and it just slips away without saying anything.
Yeah, he doesn't even say
Yeah.
bye. Yeah, he's just gone. You guys turn around. Oh, looks like he's left us. Okay. At this point, I'll get to you in a moment, Elias. But the 2 devils. So over the course of the next day, just journeying throughout the Shadowfell, looking for the nearby villages. Along the
We
way,
prey on
both
those who do not
of
have
you
resources.
all of a sudden feel a strange. Like, you guys are heavily cursed with the number, right? All of a
I
sudden,
don't
you
feel
feel
the
like,
effects of it, right?
like, so you don't feel comfortable by any means, even though you're perfectly healthy right now in terms of, hit points and all that. But you feel just very uncomfortable, as if there's something endlessly draining your existence. Though, while flying through the Shadowfell, you begin, at a certain moment, maybe like 6 hours from now, you feel a lightness, as if all of the number that has been pulling on you just gives for a moment. Very rapidly, as it just seems like it disappeared.
Has help arrived?
Perhaps help has arrived, or maybe John Hua was the purpose of this curse. He took the vaccine. My, this is quite the predicament. I'm only happy that we were able to survive such hardships.
You all begin hearing weird, wispy noises in your head.
God, we actually died. Oh no.
A voice doesn't approach you, but a feeling approaches you, and it's like something's trying to tell you a message without language. You just hear, "I found you."
It's Dennis.
Huh?
Ooh.
No. Dennis can't speak.
Well, it's a voice without language.
You just both hear it in your minds.
Wait, is this? Oh, this. Oh, wait, no language, so it's not like Inferno or anything.
We understand the point of it, we just don't understand the language.
Yeah, it's just like they're just implementing a thought in our minds.
Yep.
So, I don't know.
Do I have detect good and evil? Don't. Oh man. Can I check that to see which direction it's going to, or where the source is?
Make a perception check.
God damn it.
Okay. You
Roll
look
higher
around. You don't see anything, but since you are looking, notice around your waist the slightly translucent ring of the negative tether seems to be pulling you towards something. Just like there's like a small tug.
Wait, do I also see this ring, or is it?
Yeah, both of you have negative tether first.
Okay.
Well, Jalokian, I see there's no point in dangling around. Let's see what this is bringing us to. Oh, be wary though. I cast guidance on Jalokian.
Might
was
as
it not
well.
guidance or resistance? Is resistance okay?
Resistance? Yeah.
Yes, resistance. I don't have guidance. That's a cleric thing.
Very cool.
Okay. It begins just pulling you in a certain direction towards the shade core, the way that you were coming from.
Oh, I see where this is coming from. It appears that we're close to the end of the Shadowfell and it wants us to come back. Jalokian, do you think this is of purpose, or should we just come back to where we came from and hope for help?
Might as well try to resist for as long as we can. I don't think we want to get pulled near.
Alright then, let us go back to where we came from and see if we can hold on for any longer.
Alright. Along your way back, some area where you're a bit closer to the ground, maybe about 1.5 hours just on your way back, you all of a sudden see near the ground a ring of fire appears as a blue dragonborn, it seems, though more devilish looking in features. It's a blue Abishai, a messenger from the Hells, a very tall, imposing figure with very lengthy purplish wings. Appears, and it's holding a very tall staff as well as a book in one hand. Glances around really quickly before spotting the two of you flying overhead and just yelling out, "Jalokian! Doctor! Come, I have a message from Lady Mammon."
Oh, giddy. That is quite a good thing to hear, dear.
Fly down.
Yeah, we're gonna come down and hear the message.
Okay. At this point, the ring of fire is still there. He steps out of it, though, and walks over to all of you. Pulls out a scroll from his book and just begins reading. Lady Mammon has received your message, though it seems that she has other motives. It is quite a challenge for her to fix this bind that you speak of to this plane. However, it is possible. She offers to make another deal with the two of you. Do you all wish to listen?
I serve Lady Mammon with the utmost loyalty. Of course I will take a listen.
A choice is to be made. On one end, since you are still bound by contract to the Arch Lady, even though you are tethered here, you are bound to serve her wishes. However, if it is too restricting and you desire to return to the Hells, she can snap the curse, though for a price. One of the two of yours true names.
If she wants a true name, then she can have mine.
No. Hold on.
No, Jalokian.
You have a day.
I trust Lady Mammon.
You have a day to make a decision. When you are ready, please call one of your summons and have them deliver the message to me.
This is like watching two agents fight over the bill.
Come on.
Jalokian, you still have a deal with your second contract that includes your true name, yes? As you can see, I have no intentions of serving anyone else, so I have no problem with giving her my true name, as it would give me no difference. Perhaps Lady Mammon doesn't trust us, so that's why she's asking for the true name, which is understandable. I swear I'll bring us both back home, so don't even question it. My true name will be given to her.
Though,
Are you
we
absolutely
could.
sure, or would you like more time to deliberate?
No, I am absolutely sure. I give her my true name.
Well, okay.
Well, if that is what you wish, here, the contract. And he pulls out a very reddish parchment, a piece of
Can
parchment.
I read the
handing it over
contract for
to you.
any like loopholes or like any things that doesn't sound like what he said?
Okay.
Like, I want to make sure it's just like she'll let us go back to hell as long as I give her my name and not anything else.
Okay. So as you pick up this contract and you're just beginning to look over it, Jalokian, you all of a sudden hear from before, a few hours ago, the whisper that crept into your mind. Or not, it's just a thought that appeared in your mind. You hear, "Stop! I have a bargain."
I don't have to communicate out loud, right? I could just
You could try to.
respond silently in my mind. Yeah, I tell it to explain. Tell it to elaborate.
I can free you. I can set you free.
For what price?
For what price? There is no price. Only happiness. You can live forever if you join me.
I can already live forever.
But in freedom. No caste. No contracts. You are free.
No. There's already a way out here. There is no need for a second one.
Your friend will be sacrificing his name.
It is not my choice to force him to keep his true name silent. If he chooses, he will give it out on his own will.
You will regret this.
Voldemort?
Anything sus in the contract, or is it exactly what it
So
said?
Jalokian is just ignoring the voice at this point. So you look through the contract and go ahead and make an intelligence check.
This is where we start
Forgets how to
spamming all the
read.
lucky and flash of geniuses, huh?
Well, I mean,
Intelligence.
I
Can't
believe in
read
you.
his own
You're a smart
handwriting.
boy, and you're a devil, so you're used to this stuff.
You
Oh,
want
God.
to flash it?
You know what? I have 5 of them. Why not?
Yeah, let's
That's
go.
That's just in case someone pulls something out of their ass. That's a
He
22.
forgets how to read for a second, so then he has a
How
flash
did you
of
roll
genius
22?
and remembers how to
Oh,
read.
yeah, automatically.
It's
Oh, yeah.
It's a,
For some reason, my brain lapsed and thought it was a roll, but never mind. So, being very skilled at finding loopholes in contracts, you quickly scan it. However, this contract is one of the most simple contracts that you've ever seen. There's no loophole to be found. For all the request is the breakage of your curse in exchange for your true name. Well, for both of your
I'm giving
curse
Lady
in exchange of
I'm giving
your
Lady
true
Maman my true name, not like it's
Just
not given to the
Lady
public.
Maman. Only Lady
Okay,
Maman.
I sign it.
Okay. Yeah. And also, and part of the contract is that Lady Maman is not to give it to other people until her power is impeached.
Interesting.
So the power's complete.
So as long as she remains the archdevil of the lair, she has your true name, and no one else can.
Okay, that's
As long
fine.
as someone,
And
as
the
long as
moment
someone
that she is
wants me-
impeached, a new decision will have to be made for where your name goes to. But that you can deliberate when it happens.
All right.
And as you sign it, flames begin consuming everywhere around all of you, as the both of you recognize this is the sign of some very divine, fiendish intervention that is occurring. As the fire begins to just reach out and form a ring around where your torso is, burning away that dark bind. And as it begins to disappear, the Abishai before you says, "Great. Please return to this circle, and I will bring you home, masters."
My, thank you, darling. I go into the circle.
Okay, Angelokian. This is a mistake.
You provide me nothing. As I walk into the fire.
And the flames disappear. Elias! So, where have you headed as you left Maltspezia?
East.
Eastwards, okay. Towards the direction of Hamara. You continue to cast Divine Intervention every day?
Yep.
Okay. We'll see how many days.
This-
Just go and roll.
Just like this better fucking work eventually.
He's just
What
walking
number
to
do I have?
different
What,
places with
what number?
signal.
What number
You have to
range am I
get
aiming
16 or less.
16.
Guy
Do I
literally-
die?
Praying and praying.
Oh,
Oh! Okay.
There it
Yeah.
is.
on the third day.
Man.
Third day. So,
Jesus mode activate.
okay. Well, during the 3-day, what would you like to do during the 3 days? This in the Shadowfell.
I'm just
I
imagining
would like.
Discord pings.
I would like my goddess, Mortea, I think,
Montero, yeah.
to take me out of the Shadowfell and bring me back to my workplace for my next mission.
Oh, okay.
But you're dying of many curses, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
you're dying. 2 curses are actively sucking your life force, bro.
Just another
Alright.
day at
Oh
the
yeah, he needs to
office.
roll the D10 subtractions as well.
I physically don't care.
Anyway, so
Okay.
eventually on the 3rd day, you reach out and you find Mortero's voice entering you, and as it does, it goes a little gray around you, though you can still see your surroundings. Hello, Alice. It seems
Hello,
you
ma'am.
have made it out.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are ready, I will bring you to Pamela now, so we can speak further.
Yes, ma'am.
You find yourself getting pulled into the air and just dissipating. Reappearing in a familiar, large, gray temple. It looks almost like a judge's court, though everything is around you is gray, and you just see humanoid figures that are completely gray and without any facial expressions, just like devoid of face, but their clothing and their figure is still there, just sitting on some of the chairs, some of them at some of the pedestals. You walk around a familiar building, and eventually you find the room where you enter the large communion chamber, where it becomes all gray around you, in a similar fashion to where Javier, of course you didn't know, but Javier was previously. And Mortera appears, encompassing the area around you. You have
Hello, ma'am.
suffered quite a toll from this journey.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I am not sure of what your desire is, but with both of these curses present, it's maybe very difficult for me to restore you.
Do you not have the capability of restoring me with these curses on me?
I do have the capability, but it is a difficult decision that I will have to make, as I will have to
Understand.
give you a major fragment of my power intended to keep you around.
I understand your choices, ma'am. And I I respect any decision you come to.
However, there is definitely a choice that I will allow you to. As previously my senior warrior, in which you have encountered, you know who I'm speaking about, correct?
The paladin, yes?
No, his name is Junhwan Hurt.
Ooh, okay. I didn't expect that. But yes, I've met him.
For he is now gone. I have lost my senior warrior, and I will need a replacement. And as you've been stuck by my side for quite some time, I would like to extend that offer to you. Though we would have to make things work, and I would need to request your entire devotion and loyalty to me, for me to be sure that this restoration will be worth it.
Well, ma'am, I will humbly accept your request. Or not request, but your offer.
The alternative is also
And
quite brilliant, for not many are granted access to the plane of Elysium, and I will open that door for you as well if you so choose. For if you don't take that path and you join me, you'll be stuck, in a sense, doing this for quite some time, a very, very long time. And I don't entirely wish to deprive you of happiness in which you've earned.
ma'am, for over 100 years, I have not known happiness.
Do you
And
not wish to experience that for the first time then in 100 years?
the offer is enticing, but I don't believe in the necessity of happiness.
So then,
And
what is your choice?
I believe that I've come to the decision of staying with you, my goddess.
Very well. In that case, this may take some time, but there's some time to get used to. But you have a much greater role than before now. And with responsibility comes dangers.
What?
With responsibilities comes dangers.
Well, I'll happily take those dangers with said responsibility.
Very well. I thank you, and I hope you do not betray me like the one before you did.
I bowed to her.
And a door opens.
I walked through said door.
Okay. And you are now back in Palmyra, and
Sick.
at this point, we will move on to the final epilogue. Now, path moving forward into the future. Bits of times for various, for each of you individually. We will go ahead and begin with Nosvron and Midas. So,
Oh yes, right there.
so just give me an overview. Are the two of you planning to return to the material plane or head somewhere else?
At the very least, return to the material plane and bury Javier.
Okay. So, wait a minute. No. This is the wrong order. Sorry. We're not going to go to you two first. Apologies. Let's start
Okay.
let's
Okay.
start with the devils. So, the two of you, in returning to the Nine Hells to serve Lady Maman, and with you, Doctor, having relinquished your true name, I want both of you to roll D100s to see your future in 900 years.
2 D100s or just a D100?
Each of you roll a D100 to determine what your future is in 900 years.
Oh, I
So there's
immediately
rolling on the
died.
table.
Oh
Roll
gosh.
high, roll high! God damn it!
Good night.
Oh my god. No.
Yui. Side note. First off, Yui, Singe doesn't exist for a while. Second off, Singe is on a different, different
still
layer.
human.
1 in 61. Okay, let me look at my table, which I have made a unique one for each of you.
Loki
One.
instantly
That's
dies.
crazy.
I lose my
Survived by
immunity to
fire.
fire and just burn into the I don't even make it, man. I just burn.
Loki stubs his toe every day for 900 years.
Oh my god.
No.
Every day.
Okay, 1 in 61. That's okay. And
Oh no.
okay.
Dude.
Alright, so I want to make this interesting. So, I'll give you guys the opportunity, if you wish, to swap numbers. One of you can re-roll. Or, one of you can re-roll, or you guys can swap numbers. What do you guys want?
Shouldn't
Do
we
they
If I
get to
reroll,
know?
I literally can't get lower.
No, but then it's not necessarily lower is bad. It's just different.
Yeah, but they don't know if
That's
it's
true.
good or not.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
If we don't
I'm
know, then
sticking,
it's
I'm
completely
sticking with
random.
my
Then why
nat
would
one.
we
It's so
swap?
funny. I'm sticking with my nat one.
Okay. Doctor, would you like to reroll?
If it's random, then can I pick between the two numbers, or is it like I have to pick the new number I roll?
You can choose between the
Okay, I'll just roll for funsies.
Funny number.
I'm keeping the old one.
two. Okay. Well, in that case, over the course of the 900 years, surprisingly, neither of you died. Jalokian,
Surprising.
you do find yourself stagnant, though, as you find yourself comfortable being put into, continuing your line of work, just running the Colosseum in Hell, in the Lair of Wrath, as well as just doing various other tasks in the Lair of Greed. And so for the
Yes.
900 years that pass, you remain just an Arenize, with no improvements or demotions.
Just an Arenize, yes, Tricky.
Nice.
And Doctor, you, with your new items that you have acquired from Zhuanhua the Hurt, a very interesting wand, it seems, an arcane firearm that seems to have very dangerous properties that you have not seen before, as well as this, wait, did you bring the contraption with you? No, it was the mask. So you brought the masks and a firearm. So you're able to find use of these masks, and you discover some very interesting properties about them, defensive properties. And through a lot of intense research, you're able to discover some very amazing uses for these items. And as such, were promoted to a greater Arenize around the year 600.
Let's go!
Oh, damn, that's...
Now, can we know what the 13 would have been? I'm curious.
13? Let me see.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm back. What did I miss?
Would have been I would die if it was 13.
Jalokian and Dr.
Chillin', baby.
13
Jalo-
means you remain an Arenize.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not bad, but
promoted?
like the 61's better.
Jalokian stays the same. He for 900 years, like exactly the same. But Doctor got promoted.
Are they still
Jolokian has a lot
together?
of fun because he's just beating people up.
Yeah, but Doctor's up there now. He's one of the big boys.
Doctor's a real doctor, yo.
Are they still together?
I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
I think
we're both
Let's
part of the
go.
army.
A lot
so
of
I would
things
still
can
be
happen in
together.
900 years. I want each of you to roll a d100. If your number is within 40 of each other, then yes, you guys are still together.
not one, not two.
You can't. Oh.
Oh.
So like, can I lucky that?
Yeah, can I lucky that, please?
Unfortunately not. In the Devil Cast system, with 900 years in passing, Jalokian, you find yourself now, even though you're still the same rank, you are lessened in obligation on the layer of greed, as you are now given transfer to Viha, the layer of wrath, in which you are now in full control of this Colosseum, and you are its director. So you have more power given there, but you've now parted ways with Doctor, though of course within the system you still are able to meet with each other, though you all have tasks that are now farther away. So it's more difficult to see each other, and it's up to you two to decide if you want to remain close friends or whatnot. Doctor finds his days very, very busy in the layer of greed.
I'm just saying, Coliseum makes a ton of injured people, and injured people need a doctor.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're still
oh,
continuing our like money making scheme where he
Yeah,
does
like I'll
he
just
does
make like
something.
I'll make some
Where-
business
Yeah,
that like works in there, and I just make some profit, and I splits to them.
Yeah.
okay.
Just
Let's
to
go ahead and
raise them
see
up.
how successful your business model has gone.
Wait, so Jalokian beats up
Each
people,
of
and
you
then
guys
Doctor
can
does
roll a
the
D100.
American healthcare system.
I rolled.
No. Actually, no. We'll actually make a check for this. Both of
That's
you
what you
make
say. You're in the
intelligent.
arena, and you say you're not. Magic's not
Intelligent?
allowed in this arena.
make intelligence checks, both of you, but you cannot modify this number in any way.
Am I allowed to make athletics because I beat
Damn,
people
roll
up?
harder than a 5 mission
No, this is
impossible.
about okay. You can make an athletics check to see how well you've been running your Coliseum in the.
Uh-oh.
Athletics, baby. Boom.
Go well that.
He's very
Okay,
good at
so-
running the Coliseum.
Yeah, about 200 years into your scheme, you decided that it was too difficult to maintain, and as such, this is part of the reason why the two of you eventually had to split ways, as your higher-ups has decided that it is more profitable to keep you in your niche work environment. And
Fools, the taxes!
yeah, and this is the reason why Dr. Naus finds most of his time helping out the devil army against the incoming demons by working on, innovations and stuff. However, even though this failed, like I mentioned before, Jalokian, your pure strength has kept you very, very famous in the layer of Viha. And I'll just give you some additional information of the things that has occurred over the course of the last 900 years. Or maybe just closer to the end of this 900 years. Who left? Oh.
TRS.
In which, recently you've been hearing news about various things happening in the layer of Hemo.
Oh, of course they did.
Yeah, apparently they have been preparing an onslaught of sorts into the material plane. And Jalokian, you were tasked with a very specific mission during this time, to release a powerful red dragon onto the world. In which you
Fuck
succeeded.
you.
I'm guessing this is something the AA party fought.
Yes.
And also, a thing that hasn't happened yet, but you have been hearing tensions between many of the Archdevils. As it seems that the demon forces have begun to gather and stir, and you all feel like a major war is looming within the next century. Anyways, is there anything you would like to add on about your ending? What would you, on top of the things I had mentioned, is there anything else you would like to do?
Questions.
I would just like to describe the relations between Doctor and Jalokian as
Okay.
the people that were like great friends in high school, but then got separated because they went to like different colleges and had to do work and life, and they just couldn't be friends together
We're still
that
friends. Like,
much
if you need
anymore.
something, I can just give you some. I can give you some weapons.
Yeah, but it's like we don't hang out anymore.
Yeah, we don't hang out. It's just like we just
It's
meet each other
really
once in a while.
accurate. Good
Yeah.
analogy. Real life. Okay, well then, how about you, Doctor? Anything else?
So my first question is, do I know how to use this gun at all, like to its perfect, like, full efficiency?
Oh, we will discuss the parameters of this sometime after if you wish, because it might be important for something later this summer.
Okay, and the second question is, since I'm alive, will I be able to reference this character for my campaign for Project Ace Blazer?
Of course. Just
Let's
recognize
go.
that due to your new position, you are extremely respected, and the chance that you are on the material plane is basically none, unless you have a major reason. But you can communicate to people on the material.
And also, like, what weapons have I created with this research? Like, what, any armors or
Yeah,
weapons
we can
I've
discuss
created?
this afterwards.
Okay, I'm done then.
All right, and that concludes the Devil's story for the Black Curtain. And Elias,
Did he ever find out who killed his parents or his family?
That's
Find out
mystery, man.
next.
Next
Next
time.
episode.
Elias, are you here? Andrew?
Father!
Andrew!
What?
Oh, he's here.
I'm on my phone, so.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Well then, yeah, so during this time, I'll give you a bit of background before I do a similar thing and ask, is there anything additional you would like to say? But you have learned many interesting things about the person before you in your position as the senior warrior. I'll probably have to come up with a cooler name. That sounds really lame, to be honest. But you're basically the right-hand man to Mortera. And since, of course, Mortera can't enact anything on the world herself, you are to do that instead. Now, the person before you, Junhua the Hurt, you learned that he was just a fellow from the material plane. He was just any other human. Let me solve this. Yeah, he was just another dude, but he was very brilliant, and he grew powerful in his own sense and had a lot of renown. However, he did have one flaw, which is that he's a major simp. He had this one. I won't even say wife, just a girlfriend at that time.
Ew.
That he was very, very obsessed with, and she died.
Crazy.
Unfortunate accident. And due to this obsession of his, he went to Mortera and demanded for some kind of way to see her again. And Mortera, seeing that he may not be the worst person, and he has a lot of skills and a lot of fate, decided to take him in and used the promise of saying, as long as you continue to work for me, when the time is right, you will see her again. And him,
Okay.
and him,
That's
without
so
understanding the parameters of what that meant, agreed, and eventually worked his way up to be her senior warrior. However, over the course of 400 years or so, just doing this job, he started to grow impatient. And every single time he asked Mortera, she would be like, when the time is right, you will see her again. And eventually this drew him mad as she's not giving him anything. But she's not lying either, and he couldn't figure out why, because he's dumb. And as
I thought it was brilliant.
Got it, yeah.
brilliant in a different in an intelligence sense. But his obsession clouded his mind, and he just continued to work, and eventually, being driven mad, turned, defected, and being consumed by a demonic hatred and sadness and longing, he ended up going to do everything that Mortera wished him against, which is anything related to the undead, aka the release of the Shade Core, in which you all eventually stopped. So now that the time is right, he finally is reunited, but in a very punished setting. But that is what you learned about him, and via your current work, you do various kinds of things, mostly centered in Palmyra, making major decisions whenever a major character has died, of where they should go in the afterlife. And
Crazy.
of course, doing other things like, other similar missions, like the one that you've just been on, with the Black Curse. Though, over maybe the next 200, 300 years, nothing seems to have been quite as perilous.
Did he?
Well, no, that is a
become
lie.
less of an
There
asshole?
probably is some stuff, but I won't mention it. Yeah?
Well, yeah, but at the same time, man also got juiced up and his turbo cracked now.
Yeah. Is he less of an asshole now? Did you get
No.
his
Nope.
Wow. He didn't mature
But he
as
is a lot
person?
stronger.
He doesn't really
No.
communicate with people, though. He tends to work by himself. Like, working with you guys is like the first time he did that in a very long time.
So he's a
Yeah, and it was
interaction.
It was
Wonderful.
It was excruciatingly painful.
Yeah. Elias did not enjoy that. But,
I was tolerating it.
Why are you testing me?
But now, essentially, Elias, you are only kept alive since you would have died. Right?
Yeah.
You are not undead. You are kept alive by positive energy. You're kept alive by divinity. Your
Yes.
life being prolonged only to serve Mortera, in which
I'm chill with that.
yeah, and so you are now a very important character in the lore. As
Sick.
is there anything else you would like to add on?
Uh, so when people die, I get to choose where they go.
Generally, the major ones only, because you have a lot of other tasks to do, so you can't always be in Palmyra.
And theoretically, like I don't know the logistics, but from what I understand, Nosron isn't very immortal, is he?
Oh no, we're working on that. Chill.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
Well, you have a say in it, but we'll see. We'll see. But theoretically, continue your statement.
Well, I prefer if it doesn't happen, then so be it. I prefer to have them separated in the afterlife.
And what is the reason for this?
They annoyed me.
Okay, make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Can someone else do that? I'm in a car.
Aren't they both like?
Okay.
Wouldn't they both go to Elysium or whatever? Because they also like did a bunch of things. So, what? They have a social distancing box.
No. Here's the thing. So when Sharon dies, she goes to the astral plane or something.
Yeah,
I'm
she
the
just-
voices.
yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But I'll make your roll right now. That is kind of. He stays an asshole, man.
Dude, I dislike these people.
You get disadvantage. You roll again. You can get lower.
Wait.
Oh well, 7's fine.
Okay, 7 plus. Is it just 7?
I don't know what. Oh, persuasion.
Yeah.
Dude, I have +5 charisma.
Oh yeah. Okay, well that is just a 12 then. Okay. Unfortunately, a 12 is not. It's above
Unfortunate.
average,
Okay,
but yeah,
whatever.
it seems too petty for Mortera.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's very petty.
Okay. Anything else you would like to
Javier's already dead. The devils can't die, realistically. I don't really. Can I add people to my service?
Add people to your service? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, like if they die, instead of bringing them to a specific afterlife, can I choose to add them to my service?
I see
Just
what's
like
happening
certain
here.
individuals. No one has the same position as you, and you work by yourself, no?
Well,
Sounded
I
like
can
a
have
devil.
servants.
Ah, servants. So you want to be able to select them, essentially.
Yes.
Okay. You will definitely have some say in that.
Sick. Okay. That's probably about it.
Okay. And thus ends the story of Elias in the Black Curtain. And finally, Nosvron and Midas. Actually, this is not finally. This is the second last group. Nosvron and Midas. So the two of you are going to bury Javier, correct?
Yes.
So returning home after such a very intense journey, the two of you level up.
Yeah.
We can discuss the parameters of that after, but you all know what you get at level 9. Or like
Alright, so
17.
all our curses are cured.
So yes, all of your curses are cured eventually.
Excellent, excellent.
Now, let's actually roleplay this a bit. You reappear. No, let's say we already passed the... we won't roleplay the removal of the curses and whatnot. But
That's pretty. Yeah.
as you reappear in Throm, in the hills of Harlingrat, near where your keep is.
Mhm.
What do you all plan to do? Let's say you're outside of your keep at this point now. You look around, you don't see Skippy.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna go just see if anyone's around.
Okay. Same servants as before inside. So you approach one of them looks, "Oh, sir, you've returned. It's been a very long time, and we have been very worried. We thought you were going on a little shopping trip."
Is this the guy that you ended up calling Jonathan?
No, it's a different guy.
No, that was
Okay.
the guy who teleported us, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how long has it been? How long do I think it's been?
Maybe 3 days.
Damn, we got back fast. Well, I mean, some things happened. We were going on a little shopping, but we got a bit sidetracked, and well, we had to end up dealing with some, world-ending threats and stuff like that. And also, but hey, we got the sword, and I'll pull out the sword. So there's that.
Javier is dead.
Wait, to skip to the.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
gonna get there.
what do you mean, dead? Like
He is
like
gone.
dead? You've brought people back before.
He did not
Have
wish.
you not
He didn't
tried?
wish
It
it.
was against his beliefs.
Oh, I see.
You know how particular he is about that. It is, at the end, his desire, the end of his journey. We were facing a grand threat. It was one befitting of an end to his story. But there must be a funeral here. We should tell the realm or the city area, or we should tell the city that a funeral will be held in case those he has helped wish to make some final remarks.
Would you like me to send a message to to signal to them and let them know about this arrangement?
That would be good.
Since we are near the capital, would you like the location of this funeral to be there, or do you have another specific location in mind?
I don't believe Jave. Let's see.
This is a
I
very
don't think JV would
mountainous
want to be
place. We have
buried
a
in.
lot of beautiful.
I know. I don't think JV would want to be buried in such a place. I think he'd want to be buried alongside just about everybody else. Just that befits him.
Here?
Unless he wants to be buried in his garden, but I don't know if that he finds that fitting.
We can bury him here.
We could.
This was his home.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there will be one day we will no longer be here, but he will still be. His body.
Very well. I will let them know. We do have enough space to host approximately 1,500 people in the garden.
No, we don't need anything that big. Just the few people who helped us out along the way.
Oh,
I think
of course.
that,
There's
we
a lot
can
of
handle
people he's
that.
helped over the years, though. You know.
Not. I mean, what I mean is the few people that we work closely with. Yes. So I think
I
we can handle
believe.
the invitations and all that. Well,
Should
honestly,
we make it an invitation?
oh, well,
Is there not
I was about to get
people?
that. I was gonna say we could probably just end up. It's not too many. We could probably just speak to them ourselves. It'll just take a bit of time, and there's no harm in it. So I think yes, I think we can handle pretty much everything. It shouldn't be a big ceremony or anything. So yeah.
Of course.
But he has helped so many people.
I know, but I don't think we could.
I could let the king know that perhaps he could make an announcement to the masses about his my brain is blanking. His tribulations. Yes, no, that's not it. Whatever. His tributes to the entire kingdom in honor of Jacob. But then the private funeral we can have for a much less audience.
What do you think, Maya? Do you think Xavier would want that?
Midas nods.
I think it would be inspiring to the masses.
Alright then, I guess we can do that. Yeah.
Well, many things have actually been occurring as of late, though.
What?
While you're gone. Well, I was receiving notes and such, just keeping tabs of the other civilizations that exist throughout this entire continent. Apparently, there has been some conflict in Egohis.
That has? Really?
Apparently, the entire empire right now is on the verge of a split.
Oh my. Well, that's pretty significant. How'd that happen when we were gone? I heard there was some stuff stirring, but I didn't think it'd get that bad.
It has been at attention for about half a year now, but it is of an all-time high. The king was contemplating whether or not they want to intervene in any ways, but we are quite far away, and it is none of our business. So it is still only on the bulletin board.
Alright, well, that's a problem for another time then, so. Yeah, I don't.
Concerning, but not our main concern.
However, at the present moment, the kingdom of Throm is very much being restored to its greatness from before.
That's wonderful to hear.
This is a great time to live. Well then, the two of you, please have a nice rest. You deserve
I look forward to getting. Well, I mean, it's nice to finally be back at my proper home, so I'll definitely do that. And although we did have the magnificent mansion, so.
Okay, and eventually you have funeral for just the closest contacts of you all. And eventually he is buried just in your garden, right?
Yep.
Probably.
Buried alongside the shard of the sky. And
yeah.
About a week later, you all are summoned towards the capital of Vorlir for the king's message across about 50,000 people gathering in the town square, a very tightly packed area, to hear his message for everyone about Javier. Would the two of you like to have any messages for the masses as well, as you are his the two of you are?
Please do not let this bro cook.
So, what do the two of you guys want to do?
Well,
These are
Nalsron
people who've
probably have
respected you as
something
well.
prepared.
Not like a lot.
Look, Nalsron would definitely have something prepared, but Derek does not have anything prepared.
Okay. Well, then it's okay. We'll just say you all. Nazran, you give a speech.
Midas is just there silently,
Okay.
like watching over, I guess.
All right.
He's observing, or they're observing everything, but they say nothing. But they seem
All right.
serene in a sense, but observant.
Make a perception check, Midas, and Nazran, go ahead and make a just a charisma check.
My charisma is off the charts.
Oh my.
Wow, that's really good. Both of you. So, as Nazran, you begin to make your very powerful speech to the masses, just them cheering occasionally, but in a period of time when you're all giving respects, it is just pure silence. Pure silence across the entire kingdom of Throm. It feels that way. And Midas, standing right next to Nazran, you see, as the sun begins to set, a very beautiful setting, as many people have gathered together in honor of Javier. And is there anything additional that the two of you would like to add
At that time,
to the rest of your days?
Oh, to the rest of our day? Oh.
The rest of our days?
Derek, is that happening?
Preferably not.
Oh, okay. But is the other thing...
Oh, never mind. You're referring to... I misunderstood what you're referring to. That's totally fine.
Ah, okay. So... Yay, immortality?
Preferably.
Oh, wait. For Nazran?
Is Nazran... Is he gonna use Wish to make himself immortal?
I get Wish.
You get... No, that's level 18.
Do I never level up again?
You hit level 17, guys. Be lucky. I mean, be grateful. You guys got level 17.
Well, you would stay at 16 permanently?
17
or begin to,
Oh,
decline,
17.
begin to decline at a certain point.
So you can't hit 18 even if he continues to travel?
You continue to travel and you prolong your 17ness.
I prolong being 17? Damn.
Damn. You never are fucking adult.
I never become an adult, dude?
Damn.
Do this to me.
The moment you become an adult, your wishes come true.
Wait, do druids get true polymorph?
I get true polymorph.
Okay, what shenanigans
That's,
do we got?
by the way, that would definitely be the ninth level spell picking up true polymorph, and yeah.
Okay, so what's the plan?
Do druids get shit? I'm so sad.
Yeah, but what the fuck would I even true polymorph into?
Something immortal.
Alrighty, Astral Elf, here I come.
Okay, you want to do that?
Do I? Not for a long while.
Okay, but like near your deathbed.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And go ahead and roll a d3.
Now that Javier's not breathing down my fucking neck.
Oh dear.
Roll a d3. Okay, so you still can cast your polymorph, but eventually, as Nazran's life comes to a close, the two of you eventually move off into the astral plane, and for the rest of your days, begin to merge slowly with the stars.
That's Mighty's
Good
wish. Nosferon can do whatever he
I'll
wants.
just
Also,
stick with
we
my-
get
That's
married.
That's how astral elves work. Right?
We're
We'll talk
getting
about this.
married.
Oh, you
Wait, do you
guys are
want to do
getting
that in
married?
material plane or astral plane? We should make it a
Rewind time.
celebration. Rewind time.
Oh,
We're getting married in the
rewind-
material plane.
You guys are getting okay. You guys are getting married. Okay,
That is an important event, by the way.
that is okay. That is an important event.
Big
okay.
celebration.
All right.
I think this should happen like maybe 10 years after Javier's death.
Okay.
How old is Nosferon?
Oh, let me check my character sheet. He's not that old. He's in like his 30s or so at this point. I guess. Well, yeah. So mid 30s
Alright.
would probably be where that ends up.
That's good.
Okay.
Well, actually probably a little bit on the later end of that, but you know whatever.
Yeah, but
Fine.
you live longer a little bit, anyways. That's good. So yeah, it makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay, so you guys have a very big celebration, and a marriage,
Yeah.
and eventually, when the time is right, turn into an astral elf, just like Midas, and for the rest of your days, begin to dissolve into the astral plane together while exploring as much as you can and connecting with the rest of the stars and souls around you.
We retire in the astral plane.
Mhm.
It is very cool. Pop.
Where you started and where you end.
Eee.
So,
You know,
That-
somewhere
Mhm.
somewhere in my column, there's just Javier's like with his argument, like, and then we were to slay the monkey. Well, not slay, but to knock unconscious. And then we were to knock the monkey unconscious with Nosferatu captured. It teleported.
what?
How? I do not know. And then he's going to tell stories of the bullshit that happened at Shadowfell for the next 900 years.
Oh, I was about to get to you next. Yeah, so,
Wait, I was joking.
okay, well, I'll get to you anyways.
All
So,
right.
that is it for the story of Nosferon and Midas in the Black Curtain. However, actually, a little cameo will happen, as we will now go to Javier. And for you, find yourself waking up in the lands of Nidheim, the first chasm, so the more serene place, the more preserved place, the best of the 5 chasms of Nidheim. And you eventually find your daughter, who's waiting underneath a tree.
Oh, well there. It's been a while now, has it? How have you been?
At this point, she is definitely. She actually would be of the same age as when she died, but her form is a lot less corporeal. Same for you, as you are beginning to transition into spirit, right, fully into the spirit form. And although since the both of you are in spirit form, you can see each other pretty clearly. So you finally returned.
Yes, I'm sorry it took so long. It took me a while to write out my life, as you might say. Would you like to hear a story?
Of course, of course.
Well, let me tell you about that time when I first found out that Nosferatu and Midas were a couple. Actually, I should tell you who those.
I got a
I
question.
should tell you who those two were first. And
Yeah.
come, sit down. Sit down. I'll sit down with you.
Oh, yes, yes.
Real question, is this story PG-13?
Probably.
All right, you just tell the
Okay.
story about them.
Yep, I'm just gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff. What happens, major events. I'm gonna talk about the Wings of Liberty. Why we probably should have gotten that flying chariot. How I lost my arm and got it back. And also, the most recently, how the legend of the teleporting monkey. Forever free spirit.
What? Lots of epic stories. You need to write this in a book sometime. Just kidding.
Oh,
Okay, so
how?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Just-
you continue to tell stories, and you just spend the rest of your time in Nidheim, in the afterlife, with her. It's very different being in the afterlife in the sense that your consciousness is not the same in any ways. Even though years pass by, nothing ever gets too boring. Of course, it's boring that there's nothing to do, but it's not something that makes you disappointed, as you just continuously feel the same feeling of happiness being reunited with your daughter. And a few days, actually, or maybe a week before, into your entrance into your afterlife, you see your horse, your Pegasus Skippy, approach you in a very fuzzy manner, appear next to your tree, just kind of approach while you were telling stories to your daughter. Very
Hello,
fuzzy, a very
Skippy.
fuzzy Skippy. Skippy
This
nods and ushers his head over to his back, where there's no saddle, but there's definitely room for the two of you, as Skippy is a bit larger than before.
well, this is Skippy, my the best companion I could have ever asked for. We should like to see a view.
Nays. I tried. Oh, of course. Hi, Skippy. She kind of goes over and just kind of pets him, but then her hand just kind of passes through a little bit.
Well, I'm sure we'll figure it out.
You guys get on?
Yes.
You guys just begin to float up, and all of you, slightly incorporeal, begin just trotting off as Skippy just unfurls his wings, and just takes off into the sky. And that is the end of the story for Javier. But let's rewind a little bit before we go for a complete, full ending. As with Midas and Nazran, during your several decades left of life, we'll rewind to that major speech and the funeral. There's two things you've noticed, Midas, with your perception. In both of these events, you've noticed a very similar winged bird. A white winged bird, just flying around, circling overhead, in a very not same way as a bird would naturally do. And it would just constantly appear for the Javier's funeral, for the speech for Javier, and for the two of yours wedding. And for several other times in your life, you would just occasionally see this white, very large winged bird just occasionally come to look over the two of you.
Can I insight what that is?
I think your character would know what it is.
Okay.
Alright then. That is the conclusion to today's epilogue. And I thank you all very much for participating in the Black Curtain. And I know that some of you had a tougher time than others, and I definitely apologize for, but nevertheless, I hoped it was an experience that was very different from any other D&D experience that you guys have had, because I usually don't run these kind of campaigns where I actually ask for people to optimize things, and I actively try to kill everyone. So, yeah. I hope it was a great experience for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I had a lot of fun. So,
Okay.
thank you
I
for
will
doing this,
ping
Jiggy.
Neil that VTBV will not be cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is Well then, so you guys can
Also-
head out a call now, and
I just realized that